Hei, minä olen Kenno Leijer ja haluan tämän vuoden Roihu-tapahtumaan toivottaa tervetulleeksi Raphael Anzenbergerin Ranskasta. Welcome, Raphael, to Finland in February.
Thank you.
So, Raphael, when we are watching the Europe and what is happening in Europe, how you can see in the terms of church planting and church life in Europe, what is happening?
Who knew? Who knew that Europe, the old continent, would give birth again to a church planting movement at an old age? That's what comes to mind. Who knew? I'm very excited with what I see. Collaboration between countries, collaboration between church denominations, agreeing that together we can plant more churches than if we work alone. The sense of adventure, the sense of discovery, the sense that the future is still possible and maybe the best is yet to come.
Wow. I know that especially in your heart, you are about young people, young leaders going and doing the thing. So what you would love to say for young people who are thinking that, okay, should I come to Roihu, which is the name of the happening, what you are invited, what you would say to them?
In scriptures, when God is introduced, He's always the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's the God of all generations. And the Jacobs, who are the younger generation, they can't just consider the Isaac and the Abraham that went before them. They are also part of the conversation. God is also their God, and they need to be with us in crossing the generations and birthing churches that will reach out to all the generations, the older, the middle generation, and the younger generation. So I say to the Jacobs, come and join the Isaac and the Abraham and bring your strength, your energy, your hope, faith, and love. This is what scriptures command. You are meant to be there.
Well, most denominations in Finland are struggling with the fact that their membership is declining. Is there any hope?
Often the issue is that when we look at the current state of the church, we think about building, we think about budget, and we think about youth group. And we believe that if we have a building and a budget and a youth group, then there is hope and the church will always be there. It's interesting to know that the studies show that if this is what you measure, your church will decline. It's not if, it's when. Those are not the good indicators. Rather, you need to think about, how do I reproduce leaders? How do I reproduce disciples? And how do I get the word of God out? And those are the three fundamental questions, because it's only as you share the faith that you bring more disciples in, which will be the leaders for tomorrow. This is the correct New Testament scorecard. And if you abide to that scorecard, I tell you, even if you're declining, there's hope. God is the God who resurrects the dead. He can turn things around.
Thank you, Raphael, and welcome to sunny, cold winter Finland.
Thank you for the invitation.